ABŞ prezidenti Donald Tramp bildirib ki, insanların Palm Bazarını qeyd etmək üçün toplaşdığı vaxt raketlərlə Ukraynanın Sumı şəhərinə zərbə endirməklə Rusiya səhv edib. Düşünürəm ki, bu dəhşətli idi. Və mənə dedilər ki, onlar səhv ediblər. Düşünürəm ki, bu dəhşətli bir şeydir. Bütün müharibə dəhşətli bir şeydir, müharibənin başlanması gücün sui-istifadəsidir, deyə o bazar ertəsi jurnalistlərə bildirib. Associated Press-in məlumatına görə, Rusiya raketlərinin şimal-şərq şəhərinə zərbə endirməsi nəticəsində ən azı 34 nəfər ölüb. Bu, cəmi bir həftədən bir qədər çox müddətdə mülki şəxslərin həyatına son qoyan ikinci geniş miqyaslı hücumdur. Rəsmilər bildiriblər ki, 2 ballistik raket təxminən saat 10-15-də vurub. Hadisə yerindən çəkilmiş şəkillərdə yolun kənarında qara cəsəd torbalarının sıraları, dağıntılar arasında falqalara bürünmüş daha çox cəsəd görünürdü. Video görüntülərdə həmçinin yanmış avtomobillərin qalıqlarını, zədələnmiş binaların dağıntılar arasında söndürmək üçün mübarizə aparan yanğın söndürənlər də göstərilib. Ukrayna Dövlət Fövqəladə Xidməti ölən şəxslər arasında 2 uşaq da var. Daha 117 nəfər, o cümlədən 15 uşaq yaralanıb. Zelenski hücuma qlobal reaksiya verilməsinə çağırıb. Digər bir açıqlamada Tramp Tehranın sürətlə irəliləyən nüvə proqramı ilə bağlı bəyanatın çox tez veriləcəyini söyləyib. İran Dövlət Televiziyası şənbə günü prezident Donald Trampın Ağ Evə qayıdışından bəri iki ölkə arasında danışıqların ilk raundunun sonunda İran və ABŞ-ın gələn həftə daha çox danışıqlar aparacağını bildirib.
Do you have a reaction to Russia's Palm Sunday attack on Ukraine?
I think it was terrible, and I was told they made a mistake, but I think it's a horrible thing. I think the whole war is a horrible thing. I think the war is, for that war to have started, is an abuse of power. This country would have never allowed that war to have started if I were president. That war is a shame. Millions of people are dead that should be alive. Cities are being destroyed all over Ukraine. The whole culture is gone. It's certainly very severely hurt. You know, the chapels, the churches, the spirals, all of the things that they had in Ukraine were among the most beautiful anywhere in the world. Most of them are knocked down and blown up into a million pieces. But most importantly, you have millions of people dead that shouldn't be dead. Think of it. Think of what a rigged election means. We wouldn't have had the war in Ukraine. We wouldn't have had the Russia-Ukraine situation. We wouldn't have had October 7th, Israel, the Middle East. We wouldn't have had inflation. We wouldn't have had the most embarrassing day or a period in the history of our country. That's Afghanistan. One of the most embarrassing moments in the history of our country, Afghanistan. All of these things wouldn't have taken place. Think of it. We wouldn't have had inflation. But millions of people would be alive except for the fact that the election were rigged, because that war would have never started and Putin never would have started that war. Okay, any other questions?
When you say they made a mistake in the attack, you said they made a mistake. You were told they made a mistake. Do you mean it was unintentional?
They made a mistake. I believe it was. Look, you're going to ask them. This is Biden's war. This is not my war. I've been here for a very short period of time. This is a war that was under Biden. He gave him billions and billions of dollars. He should have never allowed, if he had any brain, which he didn't have and doesn't have, and now it's being proven, he wouldn't have allowed that war to start. I would have absolutely not. That war would never have taken place. But remember this is Biden's war. I'm just trying to get it stopped so that we can save a lot of lives. They happen to be Ukrainian and Russian lives. But all I want to do is get it stopped.
Back on Russia, Ukraine, resolving that war has taken a little longer than you predicted. Can you pinpoint the reasons why?
It's a deeply seated war. And again, it's a war that people didn't expect would start. And in my administration, there was no chance that it would start. And it didn't, by the way. You know, I went 4 years and it didn't start. People say, oh, well, how do you know? Well, I know because I went 4 years and it didn't start. You would have never had that war. It would have never started. Putin never would have started it. I mean, I think, frankly, he had so little respect for Biden that he started it for that reason. And obviously, he didn't get along very well with Zelensky or anybody else. And now you have millions of dead people. And those people, every one of them should be alive right now.
Mr. President, can you give us an update on Iran?
Well, we're going to be doing it very shortly. Iran also, it was another way. I met with a different group of people in Iran.